Welcome to Super Synth D Studio, where the final saga of One Piece hits different. If you're ready for real spoilers, raw theories, and hype that hits harder than Conqueror's Haki, you're in the right place, because One Piece 1153 might just give us the most mind-blowing flashback in the entire Elbaf arc, a dark twist about King Harald's past, and the terrifying truth behind the cursed eye of Prince Loki. Let's dive in. Yes, One Piece is dropping this week, and the leakers are already heating things up with new spoiler hints for One Piece chapter 1153. The first hint came from Redon, a gif of a man's head exploding. Yeah, looks like One Piece 1153 is gonna be absolutely insane. Redon's second hint, a gif showing a mother holding her baby. Looks like we're still diving into King Harald's flashback, and we might be getting the birth story of both Hajrudin and Loki. Next up, Redon posted a gif of a woman performing a belly dance. This likely points to the continuation of Yamato's cover story. Yamato still has to travel through the Ringo district before heading back to the Flower capital. Maybe there's a belly dance performance there, or maybe Yamato ends up dancing himself. Remember, Kazuki Oden once did his infamous naked dance in the Flower capital. So yeah, wouldn't be too surprising. Then we've got another hint from the Worstgen leaker. The caption reads, "Good build-up chapter." That makes it even clearer. We're continuing King Harald's flashback. We're about to witness how this barbaric king transformed into a ruler who longed for peace. And here comes the biggest bombshell. Worstgen also dropped a picture of the Eye of Sauron. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you know what this means. Could this be about a character with insanely powerful observation haki? There's a big chance that this is about Prince Loki's eye. His eye has been bandaged ever since he was a kid, but we never found out why the cursed prince had to cover it. Or maybe, just maybe, this is about Imu's haki and its ability to scan across the entire land of Elbaf. That would be terrifying. Next, Redon shared a gif of a woman slapping a man. This one might be hinting at the complicated love story of King Harald. He married a giantess from outside Elbaf, but she wasn't accepted as queen because she wasn't of pure Elbaf blood. So Harald had to marry again, a giantess from the original Elbaf bloodline. Another gif from Redon shows a baby crawling. Looks like One Piece 1153 will show us baby Hajrudin and baby Loki. Yup, those are all the spoiler hints we've got so far. Now let's break them down and predict what's coming in One Piece chapter 1153. One Piece 1153 will likely continue Yamato's cover story, his journey across Wano. After handing Otama's Kasahat to Kawamatsu, Yamato is treated to a meal by the daimyo of Hakumai before heading toward Ringo. And based on the spoiler hints, the chapter will shift back to Harald's flashback. That bastard Harald used to kidnap royal princesses from kingdoms outside of Elbaf. And one of the women he abducted was Hajrudin's mother. It had been mentioned before. Hajrudin's mom is a giantess not native to Elbaf. Harald dragged those princesses back by force, and that made the world fear the giants of Elbaf even more. That same year, the giant warrior pirates, led by Dorian Broggie, rose to dominate the New World, becoming the most feared pirate crew on the seas. 7 years later, Dorian Broggie clashed on Little Garden, leading to the disbandment of their crew. After that, several giant warrior pirates were captured by the Marines and sentenced to death. But Mother Carmel stepped in. She stopped the execution, gained Elbaf's trust, and opened an orphanage there, which, as we now know, was actually a front to sell the kids to the world government. Harald's change of heart probably began when Mother Carmel arrived. She saved the giants, and Harald realized that conquering other kingdoms, especially those allied with the Marines or the world government, was a dangerous game. 81 years ago, Hajrudin was born from Harald's wife, who was from outside Elbaf. Because they weren't of pure blood, both of them were banished to a village far from the castle. Eventually, Harald remarried, this time to a full-blooded Elbaf giant. 63 years ago, during the Winter Solstice Festival, Prince Loki was born. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The leaker's hint suggests there's something special about Loki's eye. Harald might have remembered a prophecy that one day he'd be killed by his own son. Even with a bandage over it, Loki could still see everything with perfect clarity. His Kenbun-shoku haki is top tier. He was able to sense Chopper and Gaben falling into the underworld zone. Could Loki's eye allow him to see the future? Maybe even a level of foresight that surpasses Shanks himself. That's a terrifying possibility. Now, One Piece 1153 might show us the full story of King Harald's death, which happened 14 years ago. He couldn't be stopped. He fully transformed into a demon. He slaughtered all his soldiers, piercing their heads with his sword, including Jarul, who somehow survived the incident. In the end, only Harald and Loki were left standing. As Loki told Hajrudin, it wasn't his choice to kill his own father, but Harald had already been possessed by Imu-sama. Imu and Summers even talked about Harald's failure. If he hadn't failed back then, Elbaf would have already become part of the world government's military force. After killing Harald, Loki chased after the thief who had stolen a legendary devil fruit from Castle Orist. That's why Loki immediately set out to sea. Everything Loki told Hajrudin might finally be enough to make him let go. And that wraps up our breakdown of the hint spoilers for One Piece chapter 1153. A tragic royal family, a cursed prince with godlike observation haki, and a demon king who almost handed Elbaf to Imu-sama. One Piece is on another level right now. But what do you think? Will Loki's eye unlock the truth of the future? Could he be the key to fighting Imu? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your predictions. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the bell so you never miss an update from Super Synth D Studio. Break next week, but when we're back, we go even deeper. Stay tuned.